here in Silicon Valley and across the country, and found some amazing examples of how when a corporation focuses themselves with their mission or vision statement, their purpose statement, if you would, that they really do achieve some amazing things. And sometimes, I think the purpose statement is as vague as the company is. And so, here's some examples. Google's is really clear. It's to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Wow. Okay. I know what they do. Right? You may not like what they do, but I know what they do. Right? Microsoft. Our mission is to enable people and businesses throughout the world to realize their full potential. Well, we could adopt that first sentence, right? Right? We consider our mission statement a commitment to our customers. Oh, it's beautiful and clear. Targets. It's a little more vague, but it says, is to make Target your preferred shopping destination in all channels by delivering outstanding value, continuous innovation, and exceptional guest experiences by consistently fulfilling our accept more, pay less brand promise. Could you say that if you worked for Target? Could you remember it? I wouldn't, even if I worked for Target. I loved Boeing's. So Boeing's was to connect, protect, explore, and inspire the world through aerospace innovation. Wow. Yeah. Really drives right home to what they do. And then 4, it says, people working together as a lean global enterprise for automotive leadership as measured by customer, employee, dealer, investor, supplier, union/council, and community. And why they're struggling, I don't know. Compared with Tesla, to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Yeah, that's their job, to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Wow, that I can get behind. That, I bet you, every employee knows. That can be a great tagline in your email. Ours here at Unity San Francisco, we just worked on back in 2015. We came together and all found it. And it was really interesting because we had this debate as a community. We had this debate about what we were going to say and how we were going to position ourselves. And it came down to a decision that I am so glad to stand behind and to stand with. And the first words of our mission statement are we pray. There was some concern that that word means different things to different people, or that the spiritual but non-religious community would be upset by the word we pray. But Unity is founded and established on the power of prayer, affirmative, transformative prayer to lift our lives, to change the planet. And to make it our first words, I think says a lot about us as a community. We pray, celebrate, serve, and connect to inspire and transform ourselves and our world. Okay? Can we all say that together? We pray, celebrate, serve, and connect to inspire and transform ourselves and our world. Know it, live it, breathe it. We pray, celebrate, serve, and connect. And we inspire and transform our world. We could just do the second half. We inspire and transform our world. That's Unity San Francisco's mission. We inspire and transform our world. So what's yours? What's your mission? What are you here for? If you're going to stand up and say, I was here, what was it? What is it? Mine which is constantly evolving, as all of ours are, is I am dedicated to joyfully teach, demonstrate, and inspire truth, wholeness, and abundance. That's what I'm dedicated to. I didn't think about it as I started making all the jokes today. But joyfully teach, joyfully inspire. And as one of my friends said in ministerial school, Ken, you are so demanding. And she said, but it's okay because you demand as much of yourself as you do of us. And I know for me, unity is about transformation. And transformation comes from putting yourself into uncomfortable situations. Putting yourself into the places where you don't know what comes next. So I have a process for us here. I have a process for us to find out our mission, our purpose in life. So I'm going to invite you to play along with me today, to find your mission, to be able to identify it. And it's really simple. I'm going to ask you to turn your bulletin to the back side where they have the note page. And you're going to answer 4 simple questions. You ready to do that? Yeah? Great. So everybody take a deep breath. It's a simple exercise. But I want you to be focused. Be centered. Think of a time when you were at your absolute best. When people easily saw you as you really are. And knew what was important to you. Think of a time when you were at your absolute best. And you were humming on all cylinders. And people knew exactly who and what you were. Write down that moment. Capture in a sentence or two what that felt like and who you were. What were you doing? What was important? Do you feel that moment again inside of you? If you can capture it in your heart space, anchor it there. I bet you there's a word or two you can use to describe it. Make sure you capture those words. Number 2, write about the most rewarding peak experience you've ever had. Bungee jumping, babysitting, singing, sex, loving someone deeply. Write about the most rewarding peak experience you've ever had. Then number 3, what are your favorite activities or places of service to be involved with? If you could do anything you wanted to right now, what would it be? Anything. What are your favorite activities?
Even things you haven't done before, but
Yeah.
on your bucket list.
If you think it's going to be your favorite. Is there something that's pulling at you? Yeah. Where do you like to serve? Where do you like to give? Where Where do you like to pour yourself into? When you pour yourself out, what happens? Where are those places? What are those situations where you can't stop being of service to the world? And number 4, write about a moment, a time, when you were stretched beyond what you thought you could do. Called to do something that you thought was beyond your skill set and your capabilities, and you still did it. And you think about a time where you didn't know you would succeed, and you went ahead and did it anyway. Living on purpose, for me, is living in these situations, and these ideas, and these things that light us up from inside, that make our hearts sing, that make our eyes twinkle, and our stomach have butterflies because they're so alive. Walking the tightrope, walking the edge of our capabilities, walking into the uncharted waters. Scary, alive, purposeful. I made the joke earlier about Rick Warren and a purpose-driven life, but on some levels, fundamentalists and evangelical and traditional Christian have it a little bit easier because their purpose is identified by their faith, in that their purpose is to save souls for Jesus or to honor the teachings and to live into the teachings of Jesus Christ. So the purpose is really clear and laid out, and that every interaction is about being the best Christian that they can be. For us in Unity, where we don't have the specific dogma like that, we do have some dogmas, but not that one in particular. And we have a much, what I would describe in my understanding, a wider tent of beliefs. It may be a little harder to log on to living in or on purpose. Right? You could be so much to the world, and it needs you. Living on purpose is living from that understanding that no matter what I do, no matter what my job is in the world, minister, janitor, lawyer, doctor, my job is something more than that. If I wasn't the minister of this church, my job, my purpose would still be to joyfully inspire and demonstrate truth. My job would still be to demonstrate love. My job would still be to show the world how abundant it already is. And I could do that in any job. You can do it collecting tolls. You can do it punching a clock. How do you want to be remembered that you were here? That you were here. Jesus' commandment, when he was asked, the most important was to love God with your whole heart and whole soul, and to love your neighbor as yourself. To love your neighbor as yourself. Those are the greatest two. Now, I often hear people say, yeah, well then I'll just make you a wuss. You got to stand up for what you believe in. You got to be forceful in this world. Well, I don't know about you, but the stories I've read about Jesus does not sound like he was a pushover. He stood up against the Holy Roman Empire and stood for what he believed in and what he knew to be true, according to the gospel stories. Got him killed, got him persecuted. But we're still talking about him 2,000 years later. That's living on purpose. I am here to do my Father's work. I am here to do God's work. I am here to be the voice of God in a country, in a city, in a state that needs it. I am here to be the positive influence that affects other people's lives. I am here to love you. Period. No matter what you do or say. And that doesn't mean I'm a pushover. It means I am strong enough to love you because that's what my purpose is. That's living on purpose. Not to be reactive, but to be proactive and to choose love, choose strength, choose abundance, choose hope, choose positivity, no matter what. No matter what. In the face of death, fear, pain, and ignorance, and intolerance, to say, love is greater than all of these. You are better than you are showing up. I love who you really are. I invite you to look at the list of what lights you up. I invite you to live on purpose in your purpose statement. I am here. I lived and I loved. I am here to show the world there is another way. I am here to demonstrate happiness, joy, peace, compassion. You fill in the blank. You live the blank. I was working on Barbara Renfro's memorial service this weekend. It's next Sunday. We'll be here. She was an astonishing woman. But I was typing out the date of her birth and the date of her death. And in between it, there's this dash. Life is lived in the dash. Life is the dash, the blank. You get to fill it in. You, each and every one of you, get to fill in that dash.